Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry, this video is a bit late. I had to mentally prepare myself for this. But before we get into that, please comment down below if you want more videos like this. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not done so already, and follow all my social media platforms, which will be here, but they're also down below in case you missed them. Now, as you've seen with the part 1 and part 2, I showed like videos of me reacting. I was gonna do that, but then I got into a reacting and I was like, nope, can't do it. So these are my opinions on the finale. I wrote them down because girl was going for it yesterday. So I loved like Steve's ending. I think his one's my favourite. Like, I just love the basketball player. He's with Derek with his little nuggets, and he's exactly going to teach all that. And him eating a bopper while doing the just killed me. Although during a suit, like, I feel like Jonathan's was very him as well. Like going to NYU, I was a bit confused how he afforded that, considering season 1 I thought Joy said they couldn't do it, but that Robin's one makes sense again. Nancy's I really liked as well, Independence, with then her wanting to see the world is very nice. Love Max and Lucas. Like, one of the ships survived. Joyce and Hopper getting married. Love it. Will having a boyfriend. Oh my god, that was so cute. I literally screamed. Dustin is one of my favourites, especially his low graduation speech, that he did exactly what Eddie would have done, and then he had that play that Eddie had. And him and Steve still be up, like, oh my god. Just, oh. Mike's, I was happy with the writing aspect, but just Elle, like, I literally cried. It wasn't just Mike Jackson or Hoppers, it was all of them. Like, you had Lucas going, oh no, and then Dustin going 11, even Steve's like petrified face, Joyce sucking her breath, and like all of them in that scene. I was like, oh my god. Like, even Nancy running to Mike, Jonathan trying to go to her, and he's getting slammed. I'm like, oh, like, everyone just bailed that scene. Honestly, I actually cried. So I don't think she's dead, because I like to live in delusion, and I like to think that in a couple of years she's going to send him a message and they're all going to live in a waterfall. That's what I think. Because if not, I don't know if it's too sad and that he will start a family without her, or he won't start a family and he'll be like, oh, his life is way too emotional, so I cannot deal with it. No. I'm living in delusion for like 2 ships right now. So Steve and Nancy did not end up together yet. I'm happy with her ending, even if they don't. But for me, there's something there. And I think I'm being like very realistic about it. I was happy she didn't end with Jonathan. I was happy she didn't end with Alone. I was like, I said at the beginning, if she didn't end with Steve, I wanted her to be by herself, because that's nice. And I think it is nice for her to be by herself, considering that she was always in a relationship. She went from Steve to Jonathan, and I don't think that was necessarily good for her, so I think this is a nice time for her and Jonathan to do it. There's definitely nothing there of her and Jonathan. Like, even when I was watching the scenes, I was like, yeah, there's definitely nothing there. 100%. But her knowing all Steve's girlfriend's names, a little bit of flirtation. I know she said it was never like that with Steve, but I still think he did that to spare Jonathan's feelings, because they both thought they were going to die. Like, oh, are you really going to say to your now ex-boyfriend, yeah, sorry, I don't want to be with you, I want to be with Steve? She also said Steve knows what Steve wants, and that's lovely, but I don't know what I want. So I also just think, I've been saying this to everyone, they get annoyed at me. Season 1 they were together, they broke up end of season 2. Season 3, Steve literally says he's not in love with Nancy anymore in the bathroom with him being drugged. Why bring that back in season 4 we won't go do something with it. I've also got this book I got for my birthday. If you don't know that, check out my birthday video. What should I try and put down below? But if not, just I could find the top videos. But that book, she literally says a quote, and this is canon. The Duffer Brothers confirm this is a canon book during the events between 4 and 5. And she just goes, he's there, he's always been there. Like, I just don't think they would do such a build-up if they weren't going to do something with it. I think if they're not going to do it now, there's definitely something. I think they need to have a conversation. Like, Steve poured his heart out to her, and she still didn't say no. Like, I would be so annoyed about Steve. Like, he literally said about his little 6 nuggets, and you were the one I imagined it with, like, and she literally was about to respond, and that's Phil Beckner. Like, I just think they need to have this conversation. At least to give me some closure. Like, honestly, I think I had a lot of favourite scenes, and definitely was a lot more dramatic than I thought it was going to be, actually. I think Vecna's death scene was really interesting. I liked how with Joyce you saw Bob, and like Lucas you saw Max, and it was how each of them like impacted it. I just wish they could have had Billy. Like, I wish Max could have been standing there. Like, I know she couldn't, she was in the wheelchair and stuff. I feel like they showed every single person that sort of died except Billy, and he was such like an impactful one, and his stuff was so sad. Like, I know Billy was never a good person, but I sort of understood him. But I just thought it would have been nice to see him. But other than that, I loved the death scene. Like, it's just not the acting in this. That literally the last part was like, people were like really digging it deep, and I was like, jeez. I think there was only one scene where I literally had a heart attack, and it's when Steve was falling. Like, he had obviously gone to grab the thing, and then he's got thrown back, and he fell out, and I thought, oh my god, the Kingston. And then Dustin goes, Steve, and it just gave me flashbacks. He called out, and I was like, don't you dare. And then I think Duffer Brothers did that to mess with the fans. As you do. They're giving me a heart attack for no apparent reason. But it was nice that Jonathan gave a note. I did actually like that part when him and Jonathan spoke, because I think it was needed. They'd had so much beef since season 1. I think it's definitely needed, as well as the Mike scene for all the Byler fans finally realising, no, it's not going to happen. Mike only loved 11. He did not love Will. Will had a crush on him, but he didn't love him. He was his tummy, like he explained in the speech. And I think I'm really glad Noah wanted to have that scene about, no, we're not friends, we're best friends. Because I really liked that, and it's sort of a flashback to when we're all said in season 4. Well, we used to be best friends to Mike when he comes to California, which I thought was quite nice. But yeah, I think it was on Tidy Boat. Like, it wasn't all answered, but maybe it's not meant to be, because it's not the end. Because I'm very fingers crossed for maybe a movie, but I think that's not realistic either. Like, they're still growing up, they're still going to have problems, and they're going to have to deal with the fact that now the Upside Down is done. How they're going to go forward in normal life? Can they even remember what life was like before this happened? So they're going to have to get used to that, I think, which is hard. Which is, I think, there's a lot of opportunities for us, like Dustin and Steve and their adventures, whatever Elle's doing, in Robin's uncle's basement. Like, so many spin-offs they could do. Like, even Will, wherever he is as his boyfriend, would be quite cool spin-off as well. But there's so much opportunity for it, but I think they'll definitely have a big break now. But I could definitely see them coming back. I don't think it'd be interesting, but I think it is to show that, like, they've transitioned. I don't think, by the way, I could be completely wrong, but I actually don't think Robin and Vicky are together, because Robin says a song about over being partners. and Vicky wasn't coping very well with the upside down. I think so. I think after she was like too like anxious and everything, and a bit overbearing with Robin, and I was scared something was going to happen to her. So I think I might broke up because of that, which is sad because they're such a good lot, and I love them, but not all relationships last, so it's realistic. But I think the one that made me cry the most was when I did actually wait one second. I loved it when Max played D&D. It was such like that actually was really funny when her throwing things. I'm like, no, Max is back, and she finally gets to be Zuma. And it just thought it was so funny. Like after her in season 2 being told no, be part of the party, she finally gets to play with them. Just made me laugh so much. Also, in the graduation thing, Stacey Feeney came up to him. I thought it was so funny because we were doing the snowball in season 2. She turned him down. Like I was like, and he doesn't go to her graduation party. I thought, yes, Dustin, karma, yes. I just loved it. And I don't know if they played D&D that even though they're older, they still play that. I just loved that so much. I think the bit that got me cry most was the bit where Holly's coming down. I love that her and Derek are like friends now. People think they're together because of that graduation, which made no sense. I also love that Karen had her scar still, and Ted's alive. We don't really saw him. I want to know if Derek's family is okay because I'm pretty concerned about that. But sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But it's the bit where they're coming down the stairs and Mike looks up at them, and you know he's not seeing them. He's seeing his friends as like how they were in season 1 when they were younger. And I was like, oh my god. It was such a good ending. Credits were really good as well. Although Joe's photo looks nothing like it's really funny, but the credits just remind me a lot of Twilight ones. It was such like a big cast. They had such like cool credits. And Heroes, such a good story. Honestly, love Bowie. But yeah, I think it generally was a very good ending. Like there were bits I didn't like Hello, L. No, not happy about it. Very bad. Took me literally a day to get over it. I'm still not over it. Keep getting too cool about it. But I think it was to show the next generation is going to take over and that they can come back and they can sort of live with their life, but they know it's protected. And if it does come back, then they know it's in good hands. Yeah, they know it's going to carry on. Yeah, very much so. But yeah, I thought I liked all the endings except for really Elle's and Mike's. Like I said, I have my opinions about Nancy and Steve. You can disagree if you want, but that's my opinion. And like I said, I liked that not everything was answered. There's little things left unsaid, so it's like the door a little bit open, which I like. I think nothing should ever have a perfect ending because that's not realistic. But yeah, I actually loved the ending of what I thought it was. I was really scared I was going to be like Game of Thrones, but I'm very happy it was not. But yeah, those are my opinions. Like I said, did not want to show you guys because I could not wait to watch it. I'm very sorry. I'm very glad I did because I think you would assume it's a bother a mess. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what your opinions are on the final, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!